Chalero ndi nagobole ingo. They say East or West home is best. It is always a pleasure coming here. Yes. Bishop Saulo. Each time you extend a phone call, I look forward to that.
And please always keep on tuning in. I think Jeje is a wonderful lady, and no wonder why you always want to interact with her.
By the way, the last time we were here, I got an overwhelming response. They are proud of his grace. They are proud of his grace. So it is always a pleasure if I have something here, but this is what is happening. So chalero kuli kuchina.
Yeah, chalero kwezera noke nakwini gumukolo gulimonga Gibirini 1 kweni medical camp yekulanga Dr. Irene Gimugu Memorial Medical Camp kulenga kulukuye dabatu befe. Dr. Gimugu aba ayagana maibatu ayeda maibatu katania ndirangu wangu musoko makuti in the best of remembering paying tribute to her kule medical camp kule batu befe ila kwabe ni medical camp ya Nikiringolobe iliyo chalero ila ikagame mugamba. Then at the same time Dr. Gimugu ingesagala mabiko soma nase nyangala pambako mukono asomesa mungeli nendo ina kwa launchingile scholarship skibe kula nkuti Dr. Irene Gimugu Memorial Scholarship of Merit ila jina kuchira nyuko ambako ankugitongoza mu butongole nyo mukolo kwa mukona gwa nino kulicha lero.
Bishop aliwo chichipambireko because in most cases bana akolera umusali we wa musala iwomwe you're doing this thing kumujerema wa kwangala busakani no kusala nenga akwa misaisa akwa misire in your story utakwa that was wabampitu P1 akwa misasiwo pakaiswola. In fact, in your testimony you said if it wasn't for her kalikoli wodawe. I want that story, the importance of that. Let me keep this Dr. Irene Gimugu's legacy by doing this.
Yeah, that's very important. First and foremost, kakuzaleyi aliyo bagaliwe kwa nini nabo senga Irene pamba kwa pila bandi basigala either they are dead or they amount to nothing because they didn't get opportunity, not because Kiabas, but because they had no opportunity. So for me, Irene taking me has made every difference. So I appreciate God for her, and that's why whatever I'm doing is in recognition of what she did at Pambako. And not because she was very rich, not because she had a lot of money. Like you heard, actually she died when she didn't even own a car, when she even didn't have a land or a building, but she was investing in other people's lives like me. So we are her legacy, and we have to carry on her legacy. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing because of that.
I think this is pretty important. I don't see this a lot if I found a mugi sudawe, but nabone kobifo bidala, for example, bale bebate sobo. I have friends baba mira ruwanero akulomera bakulomera ati bobo mu families zawe nga umuntu for example mwana nga kali ni buyedi the well off will go and lend a hand. So umwana yatamani likatala ni naye chimuka kata kokubanga kola chino ayeda umuntu mulala lwe buyedi bwesa akola chino ekyo niyo kyasugana kugobosa mu bugiso.
Yeah, exactly, because like I keep on saying, if it wasn't for what Dr. Irene did in my life, I would be no one. So, but because of what she put in my life, I need to reciprocate it by helping others. In fact, one of the things I call it, scholarship of merit, baba maanza who can come and benefit without discriminating them. It's their religion, their tribe, their family. But also at the same time, we have a closed scholarship for family members. Family, bizukulu, bisoni, byosi, and for them it's not whether they are bright or not, but we want to give them opportunity. So that's what we're trying to do. We want to create the one maybe Mugamba now they will help other thousands of other children.
You know that you're also leaving a legacy.
Well,
You're leaving a
yeah, that's
legacy.
interesting,
that,
but
you're extending the good thing that you received in your life.
Yeah.
That is a blessing.
yeah,
And I think so many people should emulate this. That sesenga nafunire buyede, am I able kuyeda omuntu mulala? So ikampu chalero mubere mulukujanjaba bulwale screening. Just tell me bulwale kinabere bwese mulukutwasirira nabi.
We are blessed to have over 10 doctors and over 10 nurses, clinical officers, and so we have been treating a number of conditions. We are doing a lot of investigation, like investigating, pressure, sugar diabetes, kulini x-ray, kulini scan for most of those abdominal conditions, kulini screening ya cancer, cervical cancer and the prostate cancer, and then of course the common conditions like typhoid and malaria. Then many of our people just had skin conditions. We are handling many of the skin conditions and a lot more cases as they come. We've been also doing some procedures, we have booked some people for operation, especially cases like hernias. We have, I think we've had about 5 have been booked, and we are going to take them somewhere to a convenient place and they are going to be operated.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this benefits motu where si ukinya lisadawe. And then those severe cases basawa nabanga bakola referral.
Yes, we've done a lot of referrals.
You're doing this, I meant to understand you're doing this in conjunction with Walasi Health Center?
Oh yes, we are working with Walasi Health Center. We are working with our ALS Center 4, which is in Buwasa, in coordination with the office of the district health office.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Bishop, mubulo mubunabanga busembayo banga isembayo esibatu babali kukubona, and what they should do to emulate this.
Yeah, the Batu Befe, Vibogiso, Masabaland, and Uganda as a whole, I appeal to you to emulate this kind of thing as much as you are able. Ngawasobole, ngawela luko nesa akuyedere, akutere, kebulira batu bandi, kebulira batu befe, batu bali yasi, batu bali nyuma. You may make the greatest difference in their lives. Yeza, oba ambeko mukono, ubinyuse. Together we are going to make a difference in our people.
Meanwhile, Batu Babalikweza, where are they coming from? Batu Babalikweza for the medical camp?
We made it open. Baba and Batu from around. Most of them are parents and the nearby to Bandu from Bugisu. We got people, some people came from Manafa and they got attention.
Wow.
We had someone from Bududa, they also got attention. Bandbamiri Soro, Bandbamiri Bulamboli. So people have come from far and wide. Okay. Especially, and thank you for passing on the message through the radio, because people have been responding and calling from far and wide.
That is wonderful. All right. Olukubona maijejesho chalero na makuba ni basale bange ba His Grace Nursery and Primary School era mwawulire ziro mozesi Bishop Saulo nagwerezesi akwolesereko nase nongerako kukubirisa. Let's emulate the good things that other people have been able to extend to us. Nga wakolera otyo ikabi mwana we uba olukufunana ikabi mwanyala. Till next time.
My name is Peter Masaba, and I'm the eldest son of the elected Dr. Irene Gimugu. We are here today to remember her legacy, and one of the things we've done today is launch a booklet about her legacy. My mother was one of the first dental surgeons, African dental surgeons in Uganda, and who took over in the early 70s after the Asian doctors had been thrown out by Idi Amin. And during that time, it was a very, very turbulent period. But my mother, with a few of her colleagues, maintained the mantle of dentistry in Uganda. At a personal level, my mother is a very, very successful dental surgeon, both working for government and working for the private sector. But she left a big legacy of being selfless. Many patients would come to her clinic to be treated, and after being treated, she would not charge them, because first she felt some people needed to, she was not after money. For her professionalism, felt that some people don't have to pay, they can work for free. And you can imagine it's because of that, that after so many years, 30 years since she left us, she's being remembered. She looked after so many people. She trained a number of some of the most successful dental surgeons in Uganda were trained by my mother.
What does this remembrance mean to you as a son?
At a personal level, for me, actually, it leaves a big gap for me. But it also shows that my mother's efforts did not go to waste. Because you can imagine, when she left us, she didn't leave us with much, despite in terms of material wealth. But she left us with education. She left us with so many people who are willing to help us through school. And you can see we are also passing on that. I have also looked after so many children, paid school fees. So many people, I cannot even count how many people whom I've paid school fees for. And it's her legacy. Without her telling me so, it's just learned from her. And you also find out you have to do the same thing.
Sese nabende guga ne chairman LC5 umulonde we district ye Sironko. Kwa makubano ku mukolo gwesi banangirenga chairman bekonga guest ku Dr. Irene Gimugu's foundation. Bakulonshinga scholarships kubona batu baambira ko bana basoma bakenyara accessing kusoma. Senga chairman obefenga batangirisi ba local government. Ngambele kuna improving a society zef, ngambele kuna improving a district yef. Inyayachuka konga bana basomere. Bana bafunye disoma dilai. Fenge nge government obe district kuni ku cooperatinga kuni government institutions kwaba ni private institutions. Ne private institutions zaidi na bikukuambira kwefe kugata ku government institutions ze school ni nazo, that most times uri ya ulusi bana ba mi private schools ba performing far much better kufotisa government institutions. So baba kuambira kwa improving isomarief. So cheku kukolano kubona kuti bana befu bali kwa maasiwo bali kusoma ne uluske bali kunyala kufuna ka school fees bafuniye scholarship kwa mam foundation yo Dr. Irene Gimugu. So chibachira iti kuna bani society ndai ingabere society nabendai batangirisi kwa kakulwane kubona kuti kutusawo budambi bulwale ni kuleka kumanya poverty, disease and ignorance. Basically ni cheskuli yachi na cheskuli kukola.
Sebananga Peter Masaba. In short, nenga lile ili nbari John Peter Masaba. Wamanyile who access medical care. Who funa medical care. Shiangalira abantu bakalibusa. Mundu nga walwalira Maria na menene ipato enete itembale ale ibusa. Ate abantu besi hamanyile ate ili abantu bari singa tamwidwaliro akaba kali bambolera ebintu singa kana huulira ta nabona abantu balamaria yana tya bambolera bali ndi bulwali wa sukali yana tya bambolera ndi pressure kane bulire bubi nabi ari aneke fe huli medical manya huli singa uamba bulwale buno mangu shiyeta injanjabu wajanjabire mangu iba successful for successful tyanga walwalire nabi ari kampu ifaneri isihola shilai itesi abantu bali watire abantu bali access yaba easier bas arina ni abantu bari nabi bari mwidwaliro na obeta ari isi kampi hola yadent ibona abantu babesi balwala yabalinkinga nilidwaliro muzeyi bulwaire bunyala bajanjabibwa bate mwidwaliro ate access yoyo ngulu nabi kampu singa tilitsire anomanyire kampu nyala yabawo buli lunaku bajanjaba balwale ta nenga bairentwe nga abandu babola bari ngo temwidwaliro tyandwa nesikani bakubolekere bakujanjabe bulayi.